So here we go. Now in current electricity, I believe you already know the basic concepts, right? In current electricity, we are talking about electrodynamics. In this situation, electric field inside a conductor is non-zero. Because in case of electrostatics, there is no electric field inside, right? But now will we have, and the first thing, due to that electric field, there is motion of the electrons, right? Due to which we have currents, and I believe you know what is current, right? What is current? Flow of charges.
Flow of charges per unit. Rate of flow of charges through cross.
Flow of charges in a particular direction. Per unit time is the amount. Current is the, for example, you and me, we have the same opinion that UAE is amazing. It is a current of thoughts. Current of charges is the current rates. Right? So, yes, you calculate that by the formula, I believe, I is equal to, yes, dq over dt. Correct? So, the first question, JEE Mains 2023, is based on the same. A charge flowing in a conductor changes with time as this. Charge is a function of time. Different times, different charge. Fine. So it's not a uniform charge. Charge is varying with time. Alpha, beta, and gamma are constants. The question is, what is the minimum value of current? What is the minimum value of current? First of all, we need to know the value of current. Then we can find the minimum, right? So yes, how do you find the value of current? Differentiate the expression, yes, of course. So that means current in this situation as a function of time will be equal to d over dt of q, correct? And that is d over dt of the charge is how much? Alpha t minus beta t squared plus gamma t cube. So that is equal to, yes, differentiated alpha minus 2 beta t plus 3 gamma t. This is the current as a function of time, right?
Yes.
Now he is telling me to find the minimum value.
T equal to 0.
No.
Or I equal to 0.
No.
You know, when we need minimum value.
See, we need minimum value of current. So see, current is a function of time. It changes with. So there will be a value of time. There will be a value of time. For which the current will be minimum. Is that correct? Is that clear?
Yes.
How do you find that value of time where the current is minimum? First of all, we need to know the time. I think I know. I taught you the concept of the first derivative. Differentiate the expression of current with respect to the variable that we don't know. And then equate it to 0.
So differentiate it again.
See, understand. I'll tell you the concept. We have the current as a function of time, isn't it? Now, if we plot a graph, for example, of current versus time, for example, this graph will be something like this. I don't know what it is, but I'm just plotting at random. Very important to understand that there is this value of current, which is the minimum, isn't it? Yes or?
Yes.
But at this minimum value, there is a particular value of time, which once I put here, I'll get the minimum value. Isn't it? Now, why do we do this? Is because at this point where the current is what? Minimum, the slope of the current versus time graph is, that is why we do di over dt is equal to, when I equate it to 0, I'll get the value of time. Then you have to put that value of time in the current equation to find the minimum value.
We get the same.
Of course. See, what is the difference? That is important. If he asked you, for what value of time is the current maximum? Again do the same. See, current is maximum for some value, right? Current is maximum for some value. For this value, current is maximum. Again at the same time, di over dt would be what? That will give you the value of time for which. Now the problem is, Slope is 0 at 2 points, minima as well as maximum. Correct? Yes or no? It is slope is 0 here, slope is 0 here, right? So how do we know whether it is minima or maxima? For that, go for the double derivative. What? Double derivative of current.
To find the point.
If it is positive, then it is minimum. If it is negative, then it is maximum. See, this is the maxima, right? This is the minimum. Why? Understand. Slope at both the points is 0. Immediately after this point, slope is decreasing, right? Double derivative is negative. Immediately after this point, the slope is increasing. Double derivative is positive. Is that fine? So how do you distinguish between minima and maximum? First point is find the value of the variable for which your current, your parameter that you want to maximize or minimize is 0. Why? Because at that point, slope will be 0. So you differentiate the parameter with respect to the variable. Is that fine? You get the value of the variable, where the slope of this graph, variable versus the entity that you want to know the value of is 0. So you get the value of the slope. You got the value of the variable, right? Once you get the value, we have to find whether it is maxima or minima. If it is maxima, then the double derivative would be negative. If it is minima, then the double derivative would be positive. That's it. Now the question itself mentions minimum value. So that means when you are trying to find di over dt and equating it to 0, we will definitely get the value of time for which the current is minimum, because he's already saying that it's minimum. We don't need to figure out. Right?
Answer is B.
Answer is B. Very good. So yes, you differentiate current with respect to time again. So when you differentiate current with respect to time, what will you get? Yes, 0 minus 2 beta plus 6 gamma t, correct? And then you equate this to 0 and you will get time. Put that time in this equation. That will be the minimum. Isn't it? He might have asked for what value of time is the current minimum. Then this was the answer. Equating this to 0, you get the value of time. But he's saying, what is the minimum value? Then you have to use the value what you found, right? Yeah? So the value of time for which it is going to be 0 will be 6. Yeah?
It will be equal to 2 beta by 6.
So it is beta by 3. Correct? Then you put this here. You will get the minimum. Right? Clear?
Yes.
Okay, next. An electric current through a wire varies as time. Current is a function of time, right? Current is equal to I naught plus beta t, fine? I naught is given, 'beta' is also given. I naught is given, beta is also given. The question is the amount of electric charge that is transferred Passing through the cross section of the wire in 20 seconds. JEE 2024. This is your batch. You have to find the value of the charge which has flown through the circuit for how much time? What do you do? Yes. See, current is equal to what? Yesterday I was doing the same question somewhere, and some student, you know what he did? He said that current is equal to charge per unit time. He was not wrong. He was right. And then he multiplied 20 by the current and used all the values and gave me some answer. The thing is, you can do this, but when the current is constant. This is not a constant. This is a, when the variable currents are there, we have to go for the instantaneous value of current. Instantaneous value of current is dq over dt. Now, I dt is equal to dq. To find the total, what do? You integrate. Yes, you have the limits of time from 0 to 20. Is that clear? Find the value. Come on, tell me. Who are you?
It said the class started at 6. First I thought like I came earlier than this, like 3 minutes early, and I thought it was like some maths on the board, and I thought it was maths class still going on because it
Oh
was
my God.
15. Then I realized, oh, it's physics, so I came in.
It's fine. We just started. Yes, anyone? 800? You just have to integrate it, man. Let's try to integrate it. So, which implies, should I say, instead of I, so it is integral 0 to 20. Instead of I, we have to write I naught plus beta t dt equal to the net charge, right? So, this is the definite integral. So, integration of I naught will be I naught t plus beta is out, t will be t square by, and you put on the limits from 0 to 20. So you just have to put 20, that's it. So it is 20 times 20 plus beta is 3 times 400 over 2. 6,000, yeah. 1,000 is the answer. Why did you get 800?
I got 600 first. I got 1000.
Yeah.
I got 600 because I didn't do the T.
You got 800, why? Simple integration. I naught is a constant.
So 20 to 20, I put 200. So
20 times 20 is?
I put 200 by accident.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not an accident, it's a blunder, man. Come on. You got the wrong answer. Next. Come on. Question number 3. A current of 10 ampere exists in a wire of cross-sectional area 5 mm squared. So you have everything technically. The drift velocity is also given. 2 times 10 to the power negative 3 meter per second. The number of free electrons in each cubic meter. The number of free electrons in each cubic meter of the wire is JEE 2021, March 17. Shift first. Can you tell me what comes to your mind when you see the values given? I is equal to?
NEA.
I is equal to yes?
NEA.
I don't know how you remember. Better to remember it as I is equal to Wayne.
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 The other one is Nevada.
Yeah?
NEVTA.
Name.
Nevada.
Nevada.
Albert is Oven. I equal to Oven.
I equal to Wayne.
Wayne.
I equal to Wayne.
Wayne is better.
Of course, I is Wayne. So what we have to find? We have the value of current, right? That is 10. We have the value of drift velocity. How much? 2 to the power 2 times 10 to the power negative 3. Do we have area of cross section? 5 times 10 to the power?
Minus.
Exactly. Times. What is N?
Number of
Charges per unit volume. Isn't this? That's what we have. See, it was one of the easiest. Times electronic charge. 1.6 10 to the power. Can you solve it now?
Six. Yeah, it's complicated. We'll explain it. Yeah, class ends at 7:30.
7:35.
Without breaks. Without break.
No,
Good.
What's
dark movies.
What's 16?
It's easy. See. 10, 2 and 5. All you have to do is 1 divided by 1.6. And then it is 10 to the power 28 here. That is N.
10 by 6.
So basically 6 cannot be there. 23, 25 is not. So
Yeah, okay.
see, even 2 is cannot be there, right? The reason is 1 by 1.6 cannot be 2 times. Therefore, you don't have to solve it.
I got 10 by 6.
Okay, 1.6.
10 by 6, okay,
No.
10 by 16 is the same, now, right? Okay, next. Is it clear?
Yes.
Clear? Okay, now. What about this? Think about it. Revise your concepts. Tell me what you know about current. How does current flow in circuits? How does current flow in the conductors? Yes?
And conductor will high potential to low potential. Inside the conductor will be high potential to low.
Is it B? How many of you say B? You. He thinks there is some no chance. Yes?
Begins. Reading the option.
Ah, you're thinking? Okay, you can take your time. You are already with B? What about you? No idea. Why? Come on, then you don't know current. B. Yes?
High potential.
Normal basic.
It's
Yes.
Yes.
And lead to question. High potential to low.
High
potential low.
That is what I'm asking. Are you agreeing on the fact that it's B is the correct?
Yes.
So remember, B is the wrong.
That's it's a high potential to low potential.
The thing is, you did not read the question.
3 electrons in the conductor. 3 from.
Under the effect, but it's still the same, right? See the concept actually. I feel that you don't know what actually current is. For example, this is a conductor, fine.
Yes.
In this conductor, we have two kinds of charges. Do you know that? There are positive charges called as, what are they called? Allah.
Oh.
This is not the way to talk, it hurts. They are not protons, bro. Do protons leave the nuclei? They are kernels. They are not cations. Kernel is like a father who is inside the house. His child is also inside the house, but he feels he has gone. Therefore, he feels that absence, right? He feels that his child is lost. But the child is in some other room, playing on mobile, talking to someone, fine. But the moment dad calls him, he comes running back, right? But for that instant, dad did feel that absence, right? That absence is called as a kernel. He is a kernel. Cations have lost it, man. They cannot bring it back. They've lost it. Already game over. Sodium, any positive, it's a cation, right? Just you don't have any right to talk now. I gave you enough time. Now see. Another kind of a charge which is present inside these conductors is your electron. Is it? Remember, kernels are only there to show thermal vibrations. They do not show translation. But when you talk about electrons, they alone can show translation. Correct? But generally at room temperature, at any temperature, 27 degrees Celsius, for example, which is 300 Kelvin, right? The translatory kinetic energy of these electrons is so high that their velocities reach to the order of 10 raised to the power 5 meter per second, which is so huge, right? But they are randomly directed. When they are randomly directed, there is no current. Is that fine? No net flow, right? Some are going here, some are there, random chaos, zigzag movements, right? But the moment you apply a traffic police, which is the voltage, it ensures the unidirectional, right? So what happens is this point is at high potential, this point is at, so there applies a field due to which these electrons and these kernels experience a force. And that force for the positive kernel is along the direction of the positive charge. Is it? Is it? The force for the positive kernels is along the direction of the electric field, right? Because when you place charges inside electric field, positive charges move along the electric field. But what about negative charges? The electrons, they move like this, isn't it? First thing, they do not move from high to low. They move from low to high. Low to high means this cannot at all be the choice, first of all. Now we have to think about the other thing. Right? Second thing, they move in a straight line path in the same direction. Is it true? This is so ambiguous, we don't know the direction, same path, straight line. It's not possible. The reason is, understand, why these electrons are drifting the moment they start collision. Another electron, kernel, who just saw the sun. Come here, what are you doing? So there has to be some diversion, right? Isn't it? Yeah. So it cannot go straight. Oh, sorry. That break is the cause of the resistance. Understood? For that time, now the electron will refresh itself. When you refresh, and then it again tries to, all again. So it doesn't, its motion is not smooth. Therefore, you show the motion by an average velocity called as fast. Do you know how small is the drift? 1 centimeter. So small. If I give you this velocity here, to reach this point, 24 hours. But the moment you turn on the switch, the bulb blows. Can you tell me how it's possible?
More better thinking. More better thinking.
How is it? But the drift is only
No,
this one.
because when you apply the current, you apply the current, it like applies electric field. Yes, so it all goes like
Actually, it is the electric field, not the drift.
yeah.
The electric field travels at the velocity of light. It causes the motion of the last electron in the system. Is that fine? It travels so fast. The moment you turn on the switch, it's not like, okay, the electrons will start drifting, let it reach. Tomorrow we're planning to go on this journey. No. It's not. So what happens? It's the electric field will travel so fast, and that's how your bulb, in that instant, in the blink of an eye, glows. Bruce Lee was so fast, he would switch it on, come back to his seat, and then the bulb. That's what they say. That is how fast Bruce Lee was. It's like, comparing Bruce Lee to the speed of light. Yeah, they had to slow down the frames while making his videos because the public could not see. He was that fast. Okay. Talking about the fastness, now these electrons, while drifting from low to high, drift with this velocity, right? Now let us rethink about the choices. Move with uniform velocity throughout from lower potential to higher potential. Move in the curved paths from lower potential to higher. What do you think?
See.
How many of you say C? C. C, why? Because uniform velocity throughout from lower potential to higher potential, right? The thing is, the velocity, which is what you call as the drift,
Average.
it is an average velocity, and it is not present throughout. Because when the motion of the electron starts with this velocity, 1 centimeter per second, there's a collision. So see, actually, the motion of the electron is shown like this. The electron is here, okay? It has this free time. It can go easily into the pit, into the well. This is the relaxation time. But the moment he enters, the electron is inside the well. That's where the resistance. This is the collision. From this point to the top, this is the resistance. This is the time the electron takes to reflect. Now he again is free to move. Electron is moving, easy moving. There is no collision. Again collision. Again it takes time to reflect. So this is the concept, the classical concept of resistance. So the motion is not uniform. Now, very important. What is straight? Why doesn't the electron go straight? It cannot go straight. The motion, to be very, very precise, is parabolic. Actually, electron wants to go like this because of the electric field. But the kernels, they are applying translatory forces, other forces. Effective motion is a curved path, but to be more precise, is parabolic. Is that fine? Therefore, remember, even this question is difficult in a JEE. That is important. That is what is important. I emphasize more on theory because this is from where you develop. अब देखो basic चीज करंट के बारे में. This is basic, right? When we talk about numericals, when we do these are basic. They should be clear. When we have doubts here, we cannot. Develop on the concept. So that is. Is it clear? No doubts now. Next. Question number 5. Think and think.
voltage is same.
Yes, anyone? कौन बनेगा महाकरोड़पति? चलो. B. D. VD by Y. Yeah, the formula, of course. What is the formula? I is equal to?
VDA.
It's not V, it's Vane.
Wait.
It's velocity times area times N times E. D is just the subscript. Don't introduce this. You'll find the diameter next day. D was, what was D? What was D? What was, it is a subscript, right? So yeah, this is the equation. So if you use this equation, that means, yeah. Drift velocity is equal to current divided by area, isn't it? So you, from this equation, if the current is constant, N is constant, E is constant, drift velocity is inversely proportional to, isn't it? So by this concept, if the length, material, everything is same, the area is doubled, that means drift velocity will be halved, right? So yes, VD by 2 is the wrong answer. Okay.
Told you.
C.
This is meant to throw you off.
I feel so bad. The thing is, you just memorize the equation. This is the problem. Look at this equation again. Look at this proportionality again. VD and A is inversely proportional only when
Current is constant.
all these things are constant. Is it?
Yes.
Is it or is it not?
Yes.
So that means if there is a conductor with a non-uniform cross-sectional area, something like this. There is some current which is flowing, say I. There is some area, say A1. Same current is flowing throughout, is it? No. Current is same, of course. Water will, when the diameter is less, will the water say, okay, I'll not go, you go? No. All the water is going to flow through the pipe, right? It doesn't matter how small or how big the diameter is. So current is constant. So if the area here is A2, current is constant. The drift, talking about the drift this time, here the area is more. The drift will be less. Here the drift is going to be similar to the concept of washing a car with the help of a pipe. Water is flowing through the pipe, but when you want to, wash it properly, you decrease the area at the nose, at the outlet, right?
No, nothing. I got it.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's simple, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Take a diameter, okay, go to the tap.
Yeah, when you do it, it will become like a power.
So for example, this is the tap, right? This is the opening. The water is coming out.
if you cover half,
Cover half of
it will be fast. Yeah.
it. Is it fast?
Yeah.
It is fast. But the same current, same water is flowing. Is that fine? This is valid. This is the concept. This is the concept where drift velocity is inversely proportional to A. When the current in the circuit is constant. When the area is non-uniform. Fine? Now let us reread the lines. Let's go through the lines again. There is a conductor in which the drift velocity is Vd. Now what he is saying is, the conductor is now replaced by another conductor. Same material, same length, but double the area of the cross section. First of all, tell me, if this was the original conductor, this was the voltage applied, okay, some current must have been flowing through this circuit, isn't it? So in this situation, the drift was Vd, and was it equal to the current divided by ANE? Was it?
Yes.
But now what is he saying? Same material, same length, but double the area. Does that mean it is something like this? Yes or no? But voltages, when the voltage is same, should I say voltage being same battery has been applied? Isn't it? But tell me, will the current through the circuit be same? V is equal to Ohm's law. V is equal to IR. Is the resistance of this and this same? Why? Because you know resistance is equal to, yes, rho L over. अब बात करो भाई. Area has been doubled. Rho and L is same. Resistance is. So R dash is original by. Sorry. Yeah, original. Resistance is how. Now as for the concept, V is equal to IR, correct? But V is also equal to I dash R dash because the voltage in the second case is also same. Correct? Now talk about the thing in V dash, I dash can be, so we have to find I dash. R dash is R by, so should I say V was equal to, the product of these two again has to be V, right? So should I say that I dash should be 2 times I? Because the product has to be IR, right? Or I should say this is also equal to IR, right? So should I say IR is equal to I dash R by 2? R and R? So which implies, what is I dash? 2I. Yeah. Is the current constant? Current is variable, therefore this concept is not valid. So what do you have to do? Think about this equation now. In this equation, VD is equal to I by A. That is true. Is the current constant? No. Now let's apply. In the second case, original was this, was it? Now we talk about the next. Current is doubled, area is doubled, N and E is same. C. What is it? The drift velocity is the same, it doesn't change. That means numerical to बाद में concepts. कैसा लगा? पिक्चर की बात ये मेरे दोस्त कॉपी पर. These are so many concepts of drift velocity in a single question. SEC, क्योंकि iPhone 16.
Samsung A16.
Samsung A16. I believe Samsung 25 Ultra S20. 4K. But 25 is
Next year.
this year?
Next year. Oh yeah, next year. Yeah.
How many of you are Apple fans? You just want a phone because all you have to do is drop. वो किसी भी हो जाए. Next. Should I go to the next? Yes or no?
Yes.
चलो अब अगर कर देंगी ना पिटाई होगी. Skip. Yes. फिर बात सुन.
Without the angle, so
You are not just students. You are students of. Got it.
what?
Figure that out. Figure that out. So please, what is the difference then? Everyone knows what you knew. Now you know something.
Let's try it.
It's what?
Let's try it.
Yeah, let's try it. Okay, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you go through the lines? Okay, that's something like current, area, current density at an angle of 60 to फंस गए. Magnitude of electric field, resistivity is given. Okay.
Hold on.
Do you know anything about current density?
Yeah.
What is J? I by? It's not I by.
Gets school.
Guess-
I better by way.
I by? So see what is current density.
Because it is also
Very important. Something very important. Actually, when you talk about current density, you define, for example, there is a conductor, some current I is flowing through it. Fine. Now, if I take the area of cross section here, it is in this direction. Yes? Is it? Then I define something called as current density, which is a vector quantity. It is defined as the ratio of current flowing per unit area. But which area? The area which has the same direction as that of the current. Is that fine? The area which has the same direction as that of. In this situation, if it is a uniform current, then simple. J is equal to I by A. No problem. Because current and area have the same direction, no issue. Sometimes the current is a variable. Okay. In such situations, what do you see? Some current is flowing here, some is flowing here. There is not uniform current throughout the area. In that case, what you take? You take a small area dA. Okay. And you take a small current di. And then find J again, which is di over. Is that fine? In order to find the total current in the circle, what do? You integrate that. You integrate J dA is equal to I. Fine. And you integrate it from 0 to whatever area. Fine. The thing is, J can be constant, J can be variable as well. Fine. If it is constant, you can take it out. If it is a variable, you cannot. You just have to apply whatever the equation will be given first. But what I am trying to say is, there can be some other case where your conductor has been cut like this. The current is flowing like this, isn't it?
That's why you get the angle.
Current is flowing like this. The area of the cross section will be this now, isn't it?
You get the angle.
So this is A. Now if you have to define J, don't say I by A, I by A. No. It is I by that area which has the same direction as that of current. Which is? No, it depends on the angle. Ya Allah, ये angle है, फंस गए?
A sign.
Between A and
तब A sin थीटा आएगा ना? तो मतलब that area, that is why I said that area which has the same direction as that of current. Is that fine? So it will be A cos theta which you have to take. समझ गए ना? Now you can use the concept. So J is equal to, yes, current is 5. Area is 0.04 times cosine of angle. Isn't it? Because understand, J, current density is at an angle of 60 degree with the unit vector of area. So that means if area is here, J is here. So you have to take the same direction. So it will be cos component, right? Cos 60 is 1 by 2. So it is 10 by this. 10 by 100. 4. It is 250. 250 ampere per meter square. That is your J. The question is not to find J. Yeah, exactly. Very good. So he is asking you to find the value of the electric field, and you must know that electric field is directly proportional to J, right?
Yeah.
So either it is sigma J or E is equal to J upon rho. Now, because the resistivity has been given, you can use the equation for this. Right? The answer is C. Yeah, C is the correct choice. I'm happy. At least we got something, right? Who is your regular teacher?
Surgeon.
I'm talking.
we barely learned this.
I don't know, I was So do you say that
paper. There was a yeah, I don't remember in class. Maybe the vacation notes.
You know what? It was so easy to solve that question as well, drift velocity. Because if you remember, drift velocity is directly proportional to electric field. Is it?
Yes.
Did the electric field change by the change of the battery? No, therefore drift is same. We don't have to discuss anything else. Next सवाल करोगे?
So,
1 minute. Take your time. Don't worry.
so what is shift?
Huh?
What is that shift? Like,
Shift is morning shift, evening shift, afternoon shift. This is in morning. In the morning, easiest question.
no?
No, actually everyone is sleeping, so
It should be harder to
in the morning they give easy. Okay. Next. Now please do this for the sake of God's desert here. I believe you can do this.
Skip every question.
So B is definitely wrong, yeah.
He is definitely wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's wrongs. Okay. This is wrong.
Wait.
This
Yeah.
doesn't even seem to be the answer, right? 76.
No, it can be a rounding, not a round up, so it can be the answer.
Oh.
That's a 12.5 is wrong.
Then 25 cannot be the answer.
Not just randomly guess.
So, but it says 25 there, so how will it be 70?
So this cannot be the answer as well?
No, that's definitely.
So wait.
Hey, use the equations. Come on, do this. I'll give you 5 minutes.
R is equal to 8.
Change in percentage, I don't know.
No.
100. Not this?
I got it. L is
Oh.
L is not equal to 5, you increase it 5, 1 plus 0.25.
Don't even. I am so.
So they want to mix.
25. Anyone else with 25? Come on.
Feeling it's B because it's
Yeah.
your answer.
She has a feeling. Let her feelings come true. Now, see.
No, he just said only wow.
Sometimes weird answers are always
Yeah.
Now, see, very important. There are some important things. In this question, it might seem that, resistance is equal to rho L by A. Now the length is increasing by 25, maybe the resistance increased by 25. That's not the way of solving such questions. Because understand, there are two things. One is, see, one is this wire has a resistance R of length L. Now I'm attaching another length L to it. So its resistance is doubled. Is that fine? Is that fine? But if you stretch this one,
It doesn't.
when you stretch it, the area will change.
It's simply.
Stretching and this is different. This is attaching something. This also has a resistance R, this has a resistance R. All double. And resistance is simply the traffic jam. This has some traffic jam. You are increasing the length of the traffic. There is more traffic jam, isn't it? But once you are doing this, of course, the roads have thinned. More traffic jam, isn't it? Because two things. One, more distance, lesser, and the second thing, lesser area, lesser width.
0%.
Sharper. Correct?
Yes.
Traffic jam. More traffic jam. So what is happening? See, in such questions, very important, if the length has been changed to n times the original length. Why?
Because like whatever it's stretched by, it's the same like area, like degree.
Exactly. So what is happening? If the original length was L, the new length L dash is n times L. 3 times, 4 times, whatever times. Right? In such questions, please conserve volume. So initial volume was A times L, right? The new volume will be A dash times L dash. But the volume will again be B, right? So A times L will be equal to A dash, which we don't know, but we know L dash is N times L, right? Therefore, L and L. So we have A dash equal to A over N. So area has reduced, which is true. Now the resistance initially was rho L by A.
But then when you.
But when you stretch it, the new resistance will be rho because the material is same. L dash by A dash, which is rho. L dash is NL. A dash is A by N. Therefore, it is N square times R. But this is new resistance. He's not telling me the new. He's telling me to find the fractional change. How do you find the fractional change? No. How do you find the change first of all? Change is final minus. So, if I go for this R dash by R, is it equal to N square?
Yeah.
Which implies R dash by R minus 1. Is it equal to N square minus 1? Which means R dash minus R by R is equal to N square minus 1. But don't you think it is change in resistance by original, which is equal to N square minus? Now this is called as the fractional change in resistance. And it is equal to N square minus, but sometimes you'll ask me percentage. Multiple. So do you understand fractional change? Change by, now go through the lines again. What is the new length?
1.2.
Yeah, 1.2. Is that fine? What is N?
0. Oh, wait.
N is 1.25, which is 5 by 4, right?
Why will N into it will be 1.25.
Just about by control. C. Original length was L. What is the new length? It is stretched till its length increases by 25%. So that means new is L plus 25% of L. This is L dash, which implies L dash is equal to what? 25 by 100, 125 L over 100. What is N? It is L dash by L, right? So it is 5 by 4. Is that fine? So you got N. So what is the fractional change in resistance? Yes, N square, which is 125 by, oh sorry,
25 by 16.
I'm in some other world, solving some other thing. 25 by 16
minus 1.
man, isn't it? So 25 minus 16 is 9. 9 by 16 times, that will be the percentage. Khalas. 900 by 16, 56. Even if you don't memorize the table, 76 cannot be the answer. 12.5% is not the answer because this division doesn't seem to be coming anywhere around 25. So the answer by elimination is 56. Is it clear? But this is when the length has been changed. And see, very important. It has nothing to do with this and this. Extra knowledge. Extra knowledge is also dangerous. Please don't go there. Because fractional change is independent of what it was, right?
This was important.
I did what? No.
This was important.
Even if it was 2 meters, doesn't make any impact. It is still, we are interested in finding n. Fractional change is dependent on n. That is the thing.
So, they were eliminating 76 because it's too much.
Yeah. No. Here it is 900 by 16. 16, 7 are, which is more than 90. So 7 cannot be possibility. इसमें कहीं अलग. In the multiverse of solving numericals, I am in some other world. Next. Please solve this question, please. अब अगर ये नहीं किया ना, this is question number 8. Don't tell me you could not solve it. What is the answer? He's right. Why is she always right? What about you? Yes. So, yes, the answer is 0.8. Now see, what is the new length? No. Oh my God, I can't believe it.
That's it.
Li plus 0.4 by 100.
So it is
Li plus 0.4 divided by 100.
So it is 1.004.
Yeah. No, I told like My
He
start.
said 1.4, right?
No, I told 100.4. I started as with
100.4. Let's wait. Just wait. How is that 100? Oh God. What kind of addition are you doing? L plus. Yes. What is it? 0.4% L, right?
Yeah.
That is your L dash.
No,
Is it 100.4?
No, I started with like, I assumed L to be 100 and then 0.4% larger than
Ah,
0.4%.
Okay, don't worry. God bless you. L plus. So it is 4 by 10%. Now tell me, is it 104? So this is yes. This is 4 by 1000, isn't it? So it is 1004 by 1000 L. In no way is it 100.4 still. So it is, what is L dash? 1.004 times L. Therefore, L dash by L is equal to 1.004. So this is N. So we found the value of N. Now you have to find the delta percentage change. So you have to find the percentage change. So percentage change means N square minus 1. Yes, N square would be 1.004 square minus 1. Come on, tell me.
So it's
0.008 times 100 means 0.8, right?
I did square, that's why I got it.
See, very important. Sometimes it happens. It can happen with me as well. 25% was 1.25, so 0.4 is. But that is, without thinking we're doing it. When you think about it, it's not the same, right? Next. Now, this should be, on the tip of your tongue. Sulcus terminalis. How many of you are in biology? So the tip of the tongue is called as sulcus terminalis.
No.
Okay.
Now you do.
Sulcus means tongue.
You don't, huh? It is the tip of the tongue. Very important. This is physiology.
We haven't studied all
Now, where have you been studying? Care?
this. So you can't blame me. Actually, blame Steve.
Which are the largest taste papilla?
Is it like the one below? Like,
What is their name?
I don't know the name. I'm a bio.
Circumvallate. Circumvallate. Right? There are multiforms, there are filiforms, there are circumvallate taste papillae. Circumvallate are the biggest taste papillae in the human beings. What is the dental formula of human beings?
No. But I've heard it.
332 times.
Only heard of it. I
Oh, you talk about molar.
don't know.
Yeah. Do this thing.
Come on, solve this question.
Ah.
All of a sudden, he seems to be interested in biology.
Sir, I would have taken bio, but I didn't want to become a doctor.
I know.
Exactly, 10 is correct. Thank God, someone is right.
If I needed a doctor.
See, what is the resistance?
160, 160.
New length is? So n is what? So we are here just finding n square times origin. This simple formula. But don't do it 1 by 4. Sir, it is 60. Sir, it is 116. Sir, it is something. Please understand which formula has to be used. N square times origin. Right? N square is 1 by 16 times this, so it is 10. Is it clear? Next.
Wait, you asked for the formula. Someone asked for the formula. Someone asked for the formula. 2 seconds ago.
Now.
Oh no, this.
Now we got this.
Sir, this is cancer.
He's right. Error in your syllabus was
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
but that was related for CBSE. Important.
We didn't study this in
No, we did, man. Like here we did.
Here
In
you
class, in class.
So what you know?
Yeah.
It is
Which chapter?
I don't remember.
First-
We did
not
do
this, no? Yes, John.
I was like,
First class.
Oh, I was not there. But I'm not drawing yet.
11th class. Yeah.
So in this case, yes, you have to use the error theory, and I'll give you a simple one-line definition of error theory. All the questions on errors we can do. Fine. Yes, I told you, you're not just students. For example, we have an equation. Z is equal to A raised to the power small a, B raised to the power small b divided by C raised to the power small c. Fine. Important, all the powers are positive. If they are negative, manipulate this equation in a way so that every power becomes positive. Remember.
So just make it.
Yeah. Take it in the numerator, take it in the denominator, whatever, so that the powers become. Then, if someone tells you, I committed some error in A, also in B, also in C, what is the error in C? Then there is one basic thing there. The rule is, this is called as absolute error in Z. What is it? If you divide it by Z, this is relative error in Z. What is it? This is relative error. Fine. This is equal to, very important. What is the power of A? So it is A times relative error in A plus B times relative error in B plus C times relative error in C. Don't tell me that, sir, if we take the C in the numerator, it will minus C, so it will be minus like, because we have, no. Oh, remember only one thing regarding errors. Basic thing, errors are only added. She calculated something, she has a doubt. She also calculated something, she also has a doubt. Both came to me, sir, we found this, we found this. I have never calculated before. Do you think I will have less doubt or more? Hence, true. Errors are only added.
Oh, nice.
Is that clear? Is it fine?
Yeah.
So whenever this is asked, this is called as relative. Sometimes he will ask percentage. Then you don't. Amazing, man. Let's go to the question. See the question.
So how do you get absolute error?
What? Absolute error is? What is absolute error? There.
Delta Z.
This
no.
absolute in A is delta A. Absolute in B is delta B. Absolute in C is delta C. Mean value minus measured value. So there is some theoretical value. There is some measured value. We need to take the difference. That is the absolute error. Right? Yeah. Take this question. Understand the question. What is the question at the end? Percentage error in. First of all, we must know the equation for a rule. What is that? Rho is equal to S. Is it A R by M? Do we have area given? But it is. Therefore, area has to be changed in terms of IR. Yes. So should I write pi R square R by M? If someone asks you what is the percentage relative error in rho, is that equal to delta rho by rho? Percentage means multiplied by 100. So let us find relative first. Is equal to, yes. What is the equation? First is pi. Do we have any error in pi?
No.
Do we have any error in R? Then what will be the formula? 2 times delta R by R square. Understood? Plus, what about capital R?
Yes.
Delta R by plus L. Can you just put the values and get me the result? This is your JEE May 2020. Just put in the value. See, delta R, delta capital R, delta I. Small r, capital R, and sorry, this is L.
So the delta will be like
Plus minus is delta.
0.05.
Yeah, 0.05 is delta, small r. 10 is delta, capital R. 0.2 is delta F. And all other values are original values. Is that fine? So the guy is 0.35, I know, but I'm not sure about should I add 0.05 or subtract. So that is the absolute error. Is that fine?
Yes.
Just put in the values. Is that fine?
Yes. Yes.
Class 11, error theory. This is error theory.
Wait.
Anyone?
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
I don't know.
Hey, you have to put in the values. Delta R is 0.05 by 0.35. Delta R is 10 by 100. 0.2 by 50. So 5 1 R, 5 7 R
How about approximately to the
is correct. 39.9.
Wait.
I have
39.9 is correct. अरे इसमें क्या कैलकुलेशन एलसीएम नहीं निकालना
I did just him. I got 210.
Huh?
Oh, I didn't get 7. I removed decimals.
yeah I also removed decimals
I removed decimals. I multiplied.
Eh?
I did something, sir.
Okay.
how did you get 210 as the mean
Two more questions.
can you solve it now you can man it's not a big deal
Yes.
you got 39 point mashallah thank you no I mean this is correct
Not if it's not.
It is it. 39.9.
We could break.
okay this question
We could break. Yeah.
the easiest of all JEE Main 2024
Shift 2. Okay, let's see.
shift 2
Afternoon is harder.
Yes, exactly.
okay or 10 I think it was 10 okay Wheatstone principle is used to measure the specific resistance S1 of a given wire. Having length L, radius smaller. If X is the resistance of the wire, then specific resistance S1 is equal to X times pi R square over L. Fine? Yes. If the length of the wire gets doubled, the value of specific resistance is they still have doubt.
No.
Specific resistance is resistivity. It has nothing to do with the length. It's a constant of proportion. Do you agree? Oh,
Yes.
I
I got this one.
I got the same.
Okay.
Resistance is directly proportional to length. Resistance is inversely proportional to. It is independent of rho, right?
Yeah, right.
Rho is a constant you introduce. Now this guy is trying to manipulate, and then he has written some fancy equation. This is nothing. This is x. X is nothing but resistance. The area divided by the length. This is the same thing, isn't it? Resistivity is equal to AR by L. Same thing. It will not change, right? It is same.
One question.
One question. Yes. Yes, afternoon is easy.
Chalo, next.
Oh, this is one. No, because
Equivalent.
I think this is the easiest.
Say that every question.
Equivalent differential.
I'm trying to motivate you, boys. Good. Yes, come on, tell me. Statement 1, the equivalent resistance of resistors in series combination is smaller than the least resistance. False, yes, great. False. What about 2?
Hold on. Let's see if the material is not
Not
independent.
independent.
It
depends.
depends, yeah. There's whole formula.
What is it? Right or wrong? It is false?
A.
Then?
Both of us.
Thank God.
Yes.
That is actually easy.
Chalo, 8 marks.
How many did we get wrong?
Minus 9 plus 4. Minus 5 still.
How? Only one minus one? No, wait.
I think it's minus
9 wrong, 1 correct.
How can you know?
2 correct, 8, 0. Score is 0.
zero. Yeah.
0 is still better than negative, right?
Hey, shift 2 guys, this is easy. Shift 2.
That's it, let's do it.
Resistance of wire measured as 2 ohm when the temperature was 10 degrees Celsius. It was 3 ohm
R0 is equal to
when it is 30 degrees Celsius.
alpha is equal to R0 into
Find the temperature coefficient of resistance. Come on, do this at home.
R is equal to R0 into
Yeah,
1 plus
1?
Plus.
No, no, 1 plus.
1 plus alpha delta T.
Yeah.
Delta T.
Yeah.
Do you know that equation? The equation is this: resistance at a particular temperature is equal to resistance at 0 times 1 plus alpha delta T. But this is valid for low temperatures. Yeah, for higher temperatures, yeah. Actually, the
RT
formula is
minus R0.
1 plus alpha delta T plus beta delta T squared.
So,
Alpha and beta are the coefficients of the material.
so which one we
This is for higher temperatures.
So how?
how high is high?
So if you plot this graph is a straight line, right?
Yeah.
But for high temperatures, this graph, because this equation,
So how high is high?
yeah, how high? Very high.
So we can say.
With respect to
For you, for you, this is valid.
Okay, then.
Okay.
Come on, at least do this now. We have to find out. How was the session? Now he's in the drama.
So I don't know he got from me.
Only now.
UK application.
Yeah, give me the UK applications. I'll take it.
Can be.
If we do it, it's possible.
So A.
A is 110%.
Oh,
No, right.
How did you solve it?
Put everything. Is this put?
put the phone.
Can you tell me the values?
Can you come and see how I do it?
That-
I don't know how to explain it.
Just put the values.
So you wrote down 2 equations. That's what I want to check. There are some people, even some teachers, sorry to say, they say that, because this is a linear graph, what they do is they put 2 here, 3 here. The temperature can be changed to by 20, isn't it? And then find alpha. This is the wrong way of doing this because these equations cannot. You have to eliminate R naught. You did that.
It is something even worse.
This graph doesn't start from 0. That is the problem. It starts from something which is R naught. And the slope of this graph, very important. Slope of this graph, it is not alpha. It is alpha R naught. That is the problem. If it was only alpha, then simply put 2 here, 3 here, the difference between the two temperatures. It's a linear graph, understand? You can always do this. But the problem is the slope is not alpha, it is. So you need to know R naught. Is that fine? That is why write down 2 equations separately. For 2 ohm, it will be 2 R naught, 1 plus alpha 10. For 3, it will be 3 R naught, 1 plus alpha 30. Fine? Divide the 2, find the solution. Is that fine?
Yeah.
क्योंकि उस्ताद भी गलत करते हैं. I swear, most of the teachers, they don't know the actual reason why we can't do it. But it's nothing, simple maths. Should I go to the next slide? You still got correct?
Calculation.
I don't know. It's not possible.
It's not.
But you did.
So the answer I got is close to 0.03.
Close. Well, it should be because alpha, understand. Alpha is already 0.0 something. So if you say close, that is not, because on that scale you have to be dead accurate.
Just about getting the answer.
So next question. Cell of EMF 90.
It's connected across a series combination of 2 resistors, each of 100 ohms. So there are 2 resistors. This is 100, this is 100, okay? A cell of 90 volts is connected. A voltmeter of resistance 400 ohm is used to measure the potential difference across each resistor. So there is some voltmeter connected. And the resistance of this voltmeter is how much? The reading of the voltmeter will be. Have you studied cells? Have you studied the conversion of galvanometer to voltmeter?
Yeah.
and ammeter? Yes.
You tell me. Why didn't that come?
Yeah, and everything's all right.
No, I didn't study this.
Yes, but that's changes it. Wait, I will after this.
Tell me one thing. If the voltmeter was not here, what was the answer? There are 2 resistors, 100 and 100. What is the potential difference? So doesn't that mean it was equally distributed? V1 plus V2 is 980. Because they are same, then 45, 45. Yes? But now there's a voltmeter and it has.
So we have those 2 resistances.
So understand, voltmeter, an ideal voltmeter does not exist. Do you know this?
Yes. But not 400.
No. 400. The resistance of this is 400. Is that fine?
Yes.
So, among these answers, what do you think?
40.
Exactly.
Oh,
No, but I actually did the calculation.
Oh, he called it.
because it's less than 45.
Understand? 45 is actual.
Yeah.
That is what an ideal should show.
Then
Right?
it should be.
But if it was 45, that means all the current is flowing through this. Voltmeter cannot. It needs some current.
Yes.
For that, more resistance. So net resistance of 100 and 400 is lesser than 100, and it will derive some current for itself. That current times 400 will give me 40. Is that fine? Is it clear? So the answer is 40. It's not 45. And other choices, if someone is coming with those, I'm sorry, I don't know that physics. Thank you so much. This was for today. Bye.